Superbikes, like this one, have come a long way in the 20 years since the Japanese started the trend to big bikes like this. Many of these machines are capable of speeds well in excess of 140 miles an hour, and this has necessitated developments in tires and brake technology, not to mention all the work that goes into developing the suspensions of these machines. But there's one area where they all perform quite badly. Watch this. Right, what you've just seen there is the effect of braking on telescopic forks. This dive of the front end of the machine is a characteristic of telescopic forks and is a major limit to how hard you can use the brakes, and is a major limit to how you can use the brakes, especially in a turn. Now, let's look at the forks on this telescopic machine. These forks have this angle which they need to have to survive the brake loads. But the effect is that when the brake load is applied to the wheel, some of that brake load will be transferred up the fork leg. This means that telescopic forks will dive. There's nothing that can be done to prevent it. Many manufacturers have tried, without a lot of success, to try and solve this problem. But now watch this machine. Right, did you see the way this motorcycle responded to the brake loads? Both of these machines have the same brakes, and both these machines weigh the same, but in heavy braking, this particular machine doesn't dive. This adds an extra margin of safety and allows you to use the brakes harder, and allows you to use a certain amount of braking in turns, which is not usual with telescopic forks. Now let's have a look at this system. Gone are the normal telescopic forks here. Instead, there's an upright which straddles and holds the front wheel, and behind the upright are two wishbones which feed into the chassis. The bottom one, which you can see here, and the top one up inside there. The effect of this is that the suspension will allow the wheel to travel up and down vertically, and this isolates it from the brake load. This allows you to use the brakes much harder without upsetting the suspension, and this allows you to use the brakes to a certain extent in the turn. Well, there it is. It's a system I invented several years ago. It's a system which has been proven in racing over some years now. It's a lighter, stronger, and if it was manufactured by a major manufacturer, it would be a cheaper system. And most important of all, it's a safer system. But the thing for me that is most important is that it's a lot of fun to ride.